welcome back to the channel. My name is Violet and this is Violet Tries Panning, where I like to use up the makeup I have, try project panning, use what I have, shop my stash, repurpose my makeup, all while having fun and enjoying it. And I hope that's something you're interested in, stick around for, because this new journey of mine has me so excited. I hope this new change, I talk about it in my previous video, so I will link that in the description box in case you're interested. But today we'll be talking about all of the projects, what products I chose, what they're about. This is the intro, even though I have some updates which you will get sneak peeks from before those videos, even those update videos even hit the YouTube channel. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the first major project in the realm of panning that I sat down and was like, you know what, I think that sounds something that's doable. I think that sounds interesting, because I did try an attempt for 9 months to do a project pan 3 years ago. Well, I did okay in some products, I did terrible in others, but I noticed most of those products, well, not most, about half of them, I decluttered and got rid of. So looking back, the stab in my heart of wasting money, and this time around, I hope to use up the makeup and not throw it in the trash and feel like I wasted it. The first project I'm going to start is called Plan to Pan. Pick a group of products from one product all the way to, I don't know, however many you would like. Your goal is either hit pan on the item, meaning you've made a dent, or you hit pan, such as like the eyeshadow. Usage goal, you've hit your usage goal of 10 uses, 20 uses, 5 uses, 100 uses, whatever the uses may be, or you finish up the product completely. This one, I did a usage goal, but I mainly do want to use up all of these because my thinking process with all of them is I picked some products that are like old and they need to scoop on out of here. So those 6 products, starting with the first one, is the NYX Honey Do Me Up Primer. Yeah, I've had this one, I want to say about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years into me starting makeup and like wearing makeup. I bought these and I'm familiar with this one. I have used this one before. I think this is a second repurchase, and then I have another backup, so you see why I put it in here. And this project, I would just like to note, the official start date is March 30th. I think it's March 30th, not 31st, is what I wrote on here, of 2024. So if any updates, that is the date I referenced from the very beginning. I'm starting late because I had this done early a couple weeks ago. But anyways, the second one is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and this one's in Soft Ivory. It's a light warm shade. This one I'm mixing with another foundation, which I will talk about probably later in this video. I'll just combine all my products, or all of my projects and products, into one. But this one's way too light for me, so I do have to mix it with another foundation. I know, crazy me, putting 2 foundations into projects. It's been doable. I've been making it work. So, I did write the start date on 31st. Believe it's the 30th. My second one, actually third, excuse me, this one's actually mixed with another product. So this was supposed to be the Wet n Wild highlighter. This is actually mixed with my Wet n Wild coverall powder that I use to set my eyes. I recently was watching, maybe like the previous week and a half maybe, of Sarah Rose talking about how you can repurpose your makeup. That was also what inspired me, which I will link her channel down below. She mentioned you can mix a highlighter and a powder to create like a glowy face powder. So that's what I was originally doing, is adding this one and this one to my routine to create like a glowy powder to use up both of them. Then I thought, so I don't forget, make it easier on myself, I crushed up the powder, crushed up the highlighter, and I made my own franken glowy highlighter face powder type of thing. The fourth product that I put in here, this is the LA Colors Auto Lip Liner, one of my oldest, very first lip liners that I introduced myself to start using lip liners and seeing what the necessity was for this. And I've been making some great progress on it, which I will talk about in an update video, but this is just a nude color. Then the fifth item in here, fifth product, is one of my favorite blushes. And again, it's also really old. Anybody remember these hard candy Fox in a Box blushes? Yeah, I still have mine. It's that like baked, marbled type of powder product. It is a like blush and highlighter in one. It is beautiful on my cheeks. It is gorgeous. It adds like that pretty like pinky, rosy cheeks with like that nice bright highlighter effect, so you don't have to add on extra highlighter. And the last one in this project, y'all guys are already getting a sneak peek of this before my update video ever even gets recorded or uploaded, is a setting spray. This is the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh Spray. I've noticed that ever since I've found out that cream products look beautiful on me, and I'm obsessed with cream products, and I thought that I always needed to powder my face and apply all these powder products, that I needed to set them with setting spray. I don't. Once I put on cream, those cream products stay on my face. Even in the crazy humid, extreme heat weather that I live in, it holds up. So I'm like, maybe I don't really need setting spray. Why do I have 4 extra bottles of setting spray that I'm not even touching? So that was my goal for this month. I want to talk about this project because, well, I wrote it down to work on it. I really haven't been working on it. This is kind of just something that, it's kind of like, I'll only update it if there's big progress. I'm not going to overwhelm myself by having update after update after update, like every month or every couple of months. Like, if I hit pan in like 5 shades, I'll do an update. So for Pan That Eyeshadow Palette, which was started, I believe, by Anders89 Full on Instagram. Correct me if I'm wrong. I try and credit who created some of these. But I want to do a Pan That Eyeshadow. My oldest eyeshadow palette is backwards. The SOFX Revolution palette. For some reason, I want to use this, but every single time I open it up, I'm like, what am I going to create with this? What am I going to use it? Like, I can't stick with one palette for a week. I can't stick with one palette for a month. So I have hit pan in one. This was years ago, but recently pulling this back out for a 4 Looks 1 series that I started on my main eyeshadow Instagram, which I will put on the screen. I opened it up, realized I had that, so I was like, you know what, I think if I did that pan, I feel like I could do the rest. So like some of these I can set my eyes with, some of these I can create eyeliner, or I could maybe fill in my brows and be spontaneous like that. The next project, which is start by Lara Likes Mascara here on YouTube, and she's also the same name on Instagram. I will link everybody in the description box so you guys can go and watch the content and follow them and support them and see what this is about. That lipstick project pan is basically, your goal is to finish up the lip products by the end of the year. I chose 3 because 2 of them have been sitting in my collection for years. I used them so often when I first started makeup. Then I started collecting like 50 more. They sat and they never got touched too much. And then one lipstick that I feel is on the end of its life, and I'm like, you need to get out quick. I don't want to throw you away. I need to use you somehow. So you're going to get put into this project. The 2 lipsticks are from Wet n Wild, and anybody remember these lipsticks? Yeah, they are so old that they are already, packaging is broken. The caps don't stay on all that well. Like, it is terrible. This one is the Bare It All shade. Yeah, that's that shade, guys. It is that shade. Told you they were old. And then from the same one, this one's called Just Peachy. But the last lipstick I'm throwing in here is from Synopsis. It's their old formula. They have reformulated these Wonder Matte Lip Gold lipsticks. They changed the packaging. I believe their caps are like red or something. I know I have their new version, or the new formula. But this one's called Naked, and this is the one that I have found on a whim. I said, you know what? I can't really use it up on the lips a lot. I'm not going to be wearing the shade every single time I do my makeup because I get bored. And then it's like, ugh, that same lipstick. I don't want to feel that way. Repurposed it. I put it on my cheeks. That's what I'm wearing right now, and I'm using it as bronzer. So this next one, the 24 and 2024, I'm only at 17 products, and a lot of these are products from the previous couple of projects, and then some other products that I'm already working on. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just throw them in here. So it's like, I feel like I'm not forcing myself to use them. I already know that I'm using them, and I already know that they're going to get used or finished or whatever. I don't really want to go into too much detail on those because it's just like, also, it's just kind of for myself. Like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't want to feel like, you know, oh, you started this, you didn't even finish it, or oh, you started this, where's the progress? Or, you know, like, I don't want to feel too much pressure. It's just kind of like a for me project. But I do want to mention it because in case I do an update, or in case I somehow talk about it, it's not so random or thrown in here. The last one I want to talk about, and I have noticed that I'm only 9 products written down, which is okay. I'm not going to get too detailed with this. I will make my own kind of rules and adjust as I need. But for my project Tan Pan, which started by Lollipop 26, I believe, the goal is to pick 10 products to use up and or have a goal, and then you can roll in new products once done. I am not going to be rolling in anything new because I'm already starting a couple of other projects, but my goal is to either make a dent in any of these or use up 10 times. I have 9 products here and a lot of overlap here. Some are new and some are, like I mentioned, from the other projects. The first one that I mentioned that I wrote down is another foundation, and this is an old foundation too. This was my second foundation when I first started doing makeup. Well, let's fast forward to now. This is somehow dark on me. So, the foundation in my plan to pan, the Wet n Wild, is too light. Mix the two, I make my own custom. So that is how I've been using both of these up as well. And I also created my own little like custom foundation in this empty container. This was an old elf eye cream that I finished within like the past month. And I mixed the two and I put them together in here. I don't want to open it because I don't want it to spill, make a mess everywhere. But I mixed them, created my own custom foundation. And that is the foundation that I'm wearing on my face. Number 2 and number 3 kind of go hand in hand. This was from an old collection from Melissa Michelle. As some of y'all remember, she had like a collection with old time. And these products are from that second collection. I did have the palette. I decluttered that. It is still sitting in my closet. Within that collection, I bought the matte lip liner, which this one is called Delicate. And then the matte lipstick, which is called Dainty. So, my goal is to use these up because these are old. Number 4 is actually not one that I am using at the moment until I finish another one. The one I'm working on currently, and I'm almost done with. So I can review this one. So I put in the Essence Hello Good Stuff Face Mist. Yes, Face Mist. Once I finish the next one, and then I will start using this one. It's kind of like a roll-in, but kind of not, because I feel like this is small. I can use this for skincare. I can use this to just kind of like refresh my face a little bit from time to time, or whatever the case may be. So number 5 and 6, they're mixed together. I franken them, yes. So I wrote down the AOA Studio Perfect Powder Blush in Darling, and then the e.l.f. Face Duo in Lychee. So this was the e.l.f. packaging, and then this was the AOA. When I pulled these out one day, I swatched them next to each other. I looked at them in the pans or in their containers, and I'm like, they look exactly alike, if not very similar, and you could not tell the difference. I put them on the face, very similar. So I frankened them to use them up, same time. My only issue that I did, and that's user error, my fault, I don't think I squeezed out a bunch of the alcohol enough out of this, so it's kind of like a putty blush, but like with a powder sort of feel to it. But I can feel like I can use this, not use it up. My goal is just to use 10 times. I know it's not a lot, but maybe I'll keep using this, we'll see. Number 7 is the Hula bronzer. I'm trying to be careful because I've been rough with it and experimenting and scraping it and stuff for that reason, so I don't want to make a mess. But this is the Benefit Hula bronzer, a sample size. I feel like sample sizes might be easier, and judging by my previous project pan experience, using a trial size or sample size bronzer, I finished it I think in about 6 months. So this one I feel like I can either hit pan within the next couple of months once I'm done using that liquid lipstick as a bronzer, but I feel like this could be doable because I can also use this as eyeshadow too, so it gets like double use. And number 8 is the LA Colors Brow Pencil. And for this one, I stuck this one because it's really almost close to completion. I am almost to the finish line with this one, and it's already in like my monthly makeup basket. Put it in here because look, like I'm already down to the wire with this one. There's not much left. I know that I can get past 10 uses. I know that I can finish it up this year. This is my favorite, one of my favorite brow pencils. So I threw it in here because I was like, you know what? I think this is also a product that I can say, yes, I can probably finish this. Last product, number 9, is the one I talked about earlier, is the Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder, which I did franken with my highlighters. So I have been trying my best to keep track of how many uses I've been using this, but this is also in the other one, Plan to Pan, so I feel like when I pan that, I know I've already hit more than enough of my goal, but that way I can use 2 products as one. This is my intro into all of the projects that I am hoping to work on this year. I'm having so much fun with this. I'm enjoying this a lot, and I hope you are going to be too. Stay tuned in the next video because I know for sure there will be updates at least on my Plan to Pan for sure, because I have some big updates to talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye, guys.